Sorry, guys.
Orbital inbound. Sending in an eagle.
How's it going? If the Jedi had lantern rings, what would there be their primate? Primary, I mean, rings. It would definitely be a blue lantern ring, but I was thinking it would be purple, you know, the ultraviolet.
Calling down.
I was thinking it would have been created probably right before the golden era of Star Wars. I was thinking that probably the Sith was trying to create a white lantern ring,
Tagging map. East.
but they ended up didn't, and they created the ultraviolet, and they hided it somewhere. But then when Darth Bane probably found it and gave it to his apprentice, right? Oh no, his apprentice probably found it, right? And then after the whole battle against Darth Bane and his apprentice, and his apprentice won, I would think that his apprentice would give it, like, give it to the one of the Jedi, you know, use her mind trick to think that she's, you know, dead or whatever. And I would think during the Golden Republic they all switched to the Purple Lantern ring because they had agreement with the Republic to work with them. So they all had to, like, leave the outer ring to protect the Republic, you know, forgetting about protecting other people for, you know, stupid reasons. And I was thinking that they all would get Purple Lantern rings, forgetting about their motions, because they're all contracted to the Republic. Because they all would have had blue lantern rings, you know, Will and everything.
Democracy has landed.
Like how the people used to have yellow lightsabers, but people to the old prequels can't make yellow lantern rings anymore. Not rings, but you know, sabers anymore, because they don't have the motion for it. So they're just, you know, passing it down. So I was thinking that, like, the blue lantern rings, like, it's not that hard to do, but I think every lantern would have purple now, because all are contracted to their emotions, and they're trying to control it now. And I think people on the council, the Jedi Council, all have purple lantern rings so they can control their emotions well. And I would think it's funny if the Sith had red and yellow lantern rings, but only the Sith Lord would have yellow lantern rings, because they can fully control their power. And then their apprentice would kill them for that yellow lantern ring. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, a bunch of them used to have lantern or red lantern rings. But, you know, since in the prequels there's only, unquote, one Sith Lord then. Because I feel like Anakin would definitely have the Purple Lantern ring. Right, even before the Jedi found him. Because, you know, he technically had the Force, but he had a weak version of it he could use sometimes as a kid, if I remember correctly. So I would think he would have the Purple Lantern ring. Because, you know, it's all about harnessing your emotions and using it as a weapon. Because I think Anakin would get a Red Lantern ring during the Clone Wars, if not when he meets Dooku for the first time. Because I'm pretty sure that's when everything went downhill. Because when he loses his mom, I'm pretty sure that's when his rage came out. Yes. And then he probably had his Red Lantern ring. But everyone probably knew he had it. You know. I feel like the people who would be the closest to have the White Lantern ring would just be Obi-Wan and Oda. Because, you know, Obi-Wan went through so many emotions through the Star Wars. He lost his master, he went to Krieg, he had to train somebody who was just a kid, then he lost his girlfriend through the Clone Wars, you know. And then the person who killed his master killed his girl. And then he had to kill his own apprentice, you know, who betrayed him and his people. And then he went into hiding to control that. I'm pretty sure he's probably much the closest person who would have White Lantern ring. I would say Luke, Grandmaster Luke, would definitely have White Lantern ring since he's the most powerful Jedi. And throughout his whole comic book run, he would earn it.
Requesting sentry. Package acquired.
But I think the Jedis and the prequels would definitely have a purple lantern ring.
Not today. Calling down a sentry.
But I'm pretty sure they would all pretty much would either lose it during the Clone Wars or harness it for themselves. And then that's when everyone, all the people from the Republic would see them as monsters. Because how much power the Violet Lantern has, they would all think of them as more monsters than they originally thought.
Back empty.
I think, like, Punk Bro would definitely have a, like an orange lantern ring. Honestly, Dooku, I could definitely see him having an orange lantern ring. I don't ever see him as a red lantern ring. I've never seen him as hatred. Like, he despises the Jedi because, you know, they never helped him through everything he went through. I think Dooku would either have an orange lantern ring. But I definitely could see Darth Vader have a black lantern ring. Just for like a, think it like one movie of him having a black lantern ring and he sees how powerful it is and then he just put it and hide it from Darth Sidious. I know you have to like die to get the black lantern ring, but I like to think of it him becoming Darth Vader and he got it. And then when he was learning how to use his new limbs and everything, and he got the Black Lantern ring, and then he went on to kill a bunch of Jedi again. Yeah. Be pretty interesting. But I think a lot of Jedi would still have blue lantern rings. I don't think they all would have purple lantern rings. I would think that it's more like you become a council member if you had a purple lantern ring, and like honestly, no, Anakin would not have a red one. He would have a yellow lantern ring. And Darth Sidious, that's why Darth Sidious wanted him to become apprentice, because he is the chosen one, and he's supposed to have the white lantern ring. But thanks to Dark Sidious, he saw Anakin become, you know, he wanted to just use him to destroy the Jedi to become the next Sith Lord, end quote. And I think that's like he can use the ultraviolet to the full power, and then people, like during the Clone Wars, he got the Yellow Lantern ring, and the Jedi, you know, they were suspective of him, you know. They didn't really hate Anakin, they saw the good in him, but they all saw the you know, the dark side in him. But they just let him be because, you know, the war went on. And I was thinking about during the war, he got the Yellow Lantern ring. And he used it. And of course, after everything happened, and then towards the end, Obi-Wan probably used the blue, and I think he would have the Green Lantern ring. And he would use the Green Lantern ring to fight against Anakin. It showed how wrong he was. And Anakin realized, you know, he was wrong, but it was too late. He harnessed the fear in him. And then, of course, he got put in lava. He lost all the slings from Obi-Wan. And then that's when the Red Lantern ring, after Obi-Wan left with Padme, the Red Lantern ring showed up to Anakin, and that's when he became a Sith Lord. And then, you know, Sidious found him. It's like, oh, you failed. And then he just put him in a suit because you have the failure of Darth Vader. And I think that'd be a cool way how Darth Vader, he has both the yellow and Red Lantern ring, but he never really uses both of them to the full power because, you know, he just wants to suffer. And I think it's be more, and then he never uses the Purple Lantern ring ever again until he meets his son again. And that's when he gets the Blue Lantern ring. Because I think he would at first have a Blue Lantern ring, but then changes through the Clone War. Yeah. I think he would still have Ahsoka, and you know, she would still go through the whole same journey. Would she get the White Lantern ring? I don't know. That's tough. Honestly, I can see Dark Sidious. If I don't want to say the sequel, end quote, with Rey and everything. If that counts, then he would have a Black Lantern ring.
Calling down supplies.
Ugh. Honestly, it'd be more like, who would have a Pink Lantern ring? I think there are a couple of people in Jedi Order from the prequel that would have a Pink Lantern ring. Like, love is a emotion that Jedi doesn't want you to show. But, you know, they all still have that emotion. So, I don't know, it would be more fun if Anakin had it for a couple, like, for, like, an episode, then, like, let it go to somebody else. Because he, like, the Jedi almost found out about that. I'm not gonna give, like, any other character, like, I don't want to, like, give, like, Padme any, or, like, Bontucci or anything, or Marmatha any lantern rings. It makes no sense. If they didn't have a lightsaber, why would I get lantern rings? But the Mandalorians would be interesting. I would make them be like those, what's those machines that the Guardians created? I would think about if the Mandalorians, you know, no, not the Mandalorians, but the Dooku created those, you know. I like to think about if Dooku created them for the CIS to hunt down the Jedi. So then the Clone Wars would be even tougher. Guys, then like, what would I do? Change for the Mandalorians? I wouldn't really change them at all, to be honest.
I got the terminal.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
I mean, Mandalorians are cool as it is. They're bounty hunters. You can give them, like, the knowledge of the weakness of the Lantern, of
Engaging
course.
terminal. I got the terminal.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
I can see them trying to, like, I know because they had a black saber, but what Lantern ring you would give one of them? Because you can't get the white one or the black one. Well, actually, no, that'd be pretty cool. But, you know, that's not who they are. I think as an order, so you would either give them, oh, the orange lantern is, you know, 3. You can think of it like that. Or you can give them, so I'm gonna kill right now. I would say it probably, the orange lantern most likely makes a lot of sense.
Reinforcing.
Because they only can be one orange lantern at a time technically. They could be multiple, but they're just gonna fight to the death. Because they both want,
Reporting to the
they're
front.
craving for something. Like they want that one sub, everything. They want everything basically. That's the easiest way to put it. It's Creed basically. And I would think about
Calling down a support weapon.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Reinforcement budget depleted.
yeah, I wouldn't really change the Mandalorians, like
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
I feel like you can still give them all the weapons and you can get them back harder. I probably say that in front of like the strongest, the meta that can go against lightsabers, right? And it should really work with lantern rings, I guess. Because lantern rings are just projections. Wait, did this guy just leave all of us? What the hell is this guy's problem? Yeah, I feel like during the Clone Wars, everyone will be using their Purple Lantern Core, like, more potent. But probably towards the end, the Purple Lantern Cores would probably disappear. Like, I feel like Mace Windu will be the only person who can harness the power correctly of the Purple Lantern. I would give him yellow also. It makes more to be interesting. Because, you know, he's supposed to harness the dark side and the light side. I wouldn't give him a red lantern ring, but a yellow to harness the fear that goes into everything. So, because he shows that he's not scared, he's not gonna back down from anyone.
Without more samples, this ship will continue.
What do you guys think? Ooh. If we're talking about, you know, the original then, like Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, I'm not gonna talk about the Pink Lantern Corps. I don't think anyone would get it. I mean, there could be a sect, like somebody that would. I mean, if anyone can have a Pink Lantern ring. I'm not gonna give it to Leia. That makes no sense. That's just stupid. But I think the word person who would just have a Red Lantern ring would just be Maul. It would make the most sense. Everything he went through. I mean, the Sith Lord has to have a Red Lantern ring. Like, how else would they be a Sith Lord? I think there's one, like, Sith that would just have a Yellow Lantern ring. It's from the Old Republic. I don't think I would give him any other lantern ring but the red one. It'd be more fun. Honestly, I would give him pink lantern ring just for fun and giggles. Honestly, I would just give Luke a green lantern ring. Would Obi-Wan give him a purple lantern ring? Probably not. He probably just give him a green, like... Oh no, he wouldn't... He probably would find him. I think that it's like around the time that R2-D2 and C-3PO found him. That's when the lantern comes to him. Or they probably give it to him, like, pops out. I don't think so. I think the lantern maybe from Obi-Wan's cave, it just shoots to Luke. Cause he doesn't want to become a worm farm.
Let our enemies shoot for their territorial ambitions.
I mean, he's been it for his whole life, but you know, he wanted to join the Empire Academy. So, but when, you know, when he came back after the market, you know, meeting, and his whole family died. Obi-Wan and Old Bean, you know, found him. You know, took some money like usual, but yeah. What you know, Oben, what his lantern change? That's a tough one. I think he almost got red lantern through his whole, like, being away and protecting Luke. I feel like he almost did, but he rejected it, saying this is not who he is. And he would just have a blue lantern. I think that's his Obi-Wan. It is the will of the Force, you know? I don't think he would actually ever use a green lantern. I think he would just have a blue one. That makes the most sense. And he probably trained Luke, you know, after... It's still the same, he's training Luke. And he found Han and Chewbacca. They're going the whole journey to find the Resistance. But I would think it's interesting for Leia to have a Green Lantern. That or blue. Because I feel like she would actually have one. Because she had the Force in her the whole time. But she just never showed it. But I would think she would have one of the lantern rings. She would just hide it because, you know, she didn't want the Empire to find out she was a lantern person. But, I think everything went like the same way to the movies. Like Obi-Wan died by Darth Vader. I know he probably wouldn't have an actual Darth Vader suit if he had the lantern ring. But I think it's still cool to, cause you know, they can still breathe. Cause the lantern gives them like a whole mask and suit, breathe in outer space with the whole aura they have. But I would still think it'd be awesome for Anakin to have the Darth Vader suit still. Because I know technically Obi-Wan wouldn't have cut off the lens of Anakin with the lantern ring, but I think it's still cool if that happened. Because I feel like with the lantern ring, he probably wouldn't become Darth Vader. But, you know, I think it... You never know with stuff. This is not a what ifs. This is just me thinking of like what lettering they would have. And you know, the whole story keeps going and then Luke meets Yoda again, and then maybe Yoda would pass all his knowledge onto Luke.
Tagging map, northwest, 300 meters.
Like he had the blue of will, then he's, you know, becoming a new hope.
Dropping a pin.
So he probably would have the... Well, I guess he can't really have two lantern rings, honestly. Because, I mean, his lightsaber color changed through the movies. Because he was using his father's, then I think he got his own. So I like to think of it like the blue one is from his father, but then when he trained with Oda, he got the green one, the Green Lantern ring. And then he went off to try to save Han, Leia. The whole shebang and stuff. I know I said she has like a whole lantern and she probably could have saved herself. But what's the fun of that? But it's just not a list. But just who has what lanterns. But then when Darth Vader found out that Luke Skywalker is his son, it's when he finally harnessed the dark side. And it'd be interesting if he used the violet. Because I don't think he would get the white lantern ring. Until he dies. When he dies, because you know when he joins the Force, and then he becomes a Force ghost and he controls the path between worlds. I mean, that's not like a White Lantern thing would do, but that'd be interesting. That's how he becomes White Lantern. He just, within like the boundaries of the world, as a White Lantern, but he still died. So he becomes a Black Lantern when he sacrificed his life. But then Luke has a White Lantern ring, and he gives it to Darth Vader, and then he dies, vanished. I don't know. What lantern rings would I give Dark Sidious? Probably red. I wouldn't really give him yellow, to be honest. Until like, after the Clone Wars and everything ends. When he becomes an Emperor, basically, he gets a yellow lantern ring. Because nobody really feared him. I mean, he could have took it from his master. You never know. I mean, I feel like he's an Orange Lantern Ring person for sure. Because he wants to become the Emperor so badly. He had to like kill and sacrifice a bunch of people, but I mean, that's not really what makes you an Orange Lantern Ring person. It'd be funny when he becomes Emperor, he gets an Orange Lantern Ring, and then he's... I mean, he did give Anakin an option to get a better suit, but I think he, like, purposely not let him heal anymore. He just want to become the strongest person. And so, you know, he got all those purple lantern rings, trying to create the white lantern ring. Because he wanted to become immortal. So he was creating those, you know, bodies, double bodies, or cloned, to keep living. But I think he would end up creating a black lantern ring, so when Darth Vader kills him, he would use the black lantern ring to not die. That's my thoughts. I don't really have anything else to think about, but I think that's pretty cool. Oh crap. I guess I need to go, but I'm in the middle of the game. I should have realized that. That is very bad for me.
Calling down a sentry!
You've done your duty.
Okay, good.
With honor.
Okay, let's go.
Get some! Get some! Sample collected.
What's your guys' favorite Lantern Corps? Like, what Lantern Corps are you? What's your favorite Star Wars series? Or who's your Star Wars character? I think Obi-Wan would always... I didn't realize Obi-Wan is a good character. Not a good character, but he's an excellent character. Like, I think Darth Vader was my favorite character. I just didn't like...
Extraction is available.
I just... Honestly, like, after, like, 2 years or 3 years ago, I didn't really think Anakin and Darth Vader as the same person, but different beings. Because when I grew up watching the original, you know, Star Wars series,
Found something!
I just, like, it was really good. The Anakin, then the prequels came out. I mean, wasn't born when the original series came out, but, you know.
Calling in reinforcements!
I think about Anakin pretty much died, you know, and then Darth Vader came a big... But, you know, everyone has their choices. I think Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker would always be my two favorite characters. And then my favorite Sith Lord would always be Darth Bane. I just like his story. I know it's overrated, but I just prefer like when a Sith Lord is not like a Jedi first, right? I'd rather him be
Got a tunnel breach! Reinforcing!
like a regular person, you know, who became a Sith Lord, right? Not a Jedi became a Sith Lord. I mean, I don't hate Raven. I mean, Raven's one of my favorite Sith Lords. I still haven't beat the Knight of the Republic. No, Old Republic, I mean.
Calling down a sentry!
I have one issue with Old Republic, but it's not that big of an issue because it's an old game. I can never know where I'm going in the game. The mission doesn't tell me where I'm supposed to go. That's why I just don't put any videos out on that anymore. I think I only did one video, which is fine.
Requesting sentry!
I just wish we got a book from his apprentice. Like, we know that she took an apprentice of her own after she killed Darth Bane. She knew the Darth sister's magic, like, alchemy, like Sith alchemy. But I just wish to know how powerful she is. Cause I don't know, cause she took all this Darth Bane's Darth incense, right? When she killed him. That's what I'm very confused. Zanea? No. But I feel like I know they can't like make a new story. That's it.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
It'd be awesome if we can get another story. I know like after Bane, it's better be a mystery, like who was the Sith Lord afterwards, like how they became in hiding. I still need to read or listen to an audiobook of Dark Voyages. It's really good. He had like 7 apprentices, bro. Dude, that guy's crazy. I heard that he almost found immortality, but he knew how to heal people. But I don't know if that's true.
Have a taste of democracy!
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Requesting air support! Sending in an eagle!
Pelican 1 approaching pickup.
Eagle 1 withdrawing to rearm.
Honestly, I need to find if there's any Mandalorian books out there about the Mandalorians.
Last reload! Calling in reinforcements!
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Would I go for Mandalorian's lanterns? That makes real sense.
Countdown initiated.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's a way for them to fight against
Extraction complete. Pelican
the whole
1
Jedi
beginning
with
descent.
lanterns. It's just the Jedi has learned like a different type of martial arts. Because I feel like the Mandalorians would have an easy way to defeat them now they have lanterns. I mean, it's hard to defeat somebody with a lantern ring, but I feel like Mandalorians are smart enough to do that. Well, I'm just gonna let you guys go. Let me know how you guys think of this, you know. See ya.